Hello, parents. I hope you all are enjoying your lockdown period and a quarantine period. And I'm sure each one of us are exploring different emotions, each one of us are exploring different activities, each one of us are trying to get the best out of this time. And at this time I really feel that I really very much feel that we are blessed to be in the era of technology. I mean, just imagine if we would have been during that era where technology was not at its best. Right now we are so much connected with each other through this machine called mobiles, or through laptops or iPads, or Zoom calls or Google Meets. So basically we are so much well connected through technology, and that's why I feel that during this era it's very much important to keep kids also busy constructively. Just beyond school also they should do various things online. Right now online also everything is possible. You consider anything like a music class is possible, or a singing class is possible, or art is possible, or our competitive math class is possible. So basically, this lockdown has taught us one thing, that without moving out of your house anything and everything is possible. And through that I can say that it's very much it is increasing our productivity level. It has improved our time skills. So by the, like, I will be very much honest over here, that till the time, definitely till the time we don't get any updates from the government, I am not allowed to go offline. Secondly, post government allowing the classes to conduct offline, till that time also we need to be very sure enough that whether kids should be allowed to move out of the house. So basically, to be very honest, I am assuming that till December 2020 classes will be 100% online. Till December 2020 we cannot go offline. So be mentally prepared, make kids mentally, get kids be mentally prepared, start doing that say and do thing with them, that all your classes, and I'm assuming schools also, might not go offline till December 2020. So this thing should be there in their head, that till December 2020 life will be like this thing. So if we have told them this from starting, they won't be hassled. Okay, now coming back to our class schedule, from 11th of June all the regular classes are starting. So from 11th June, follow your day and follow your slot, and accordingly our schedule will begin. Since yesterday couriers have started, like I have started dispatching my study material. Few parents and few kids have already received the study material. Again today I could not dispatch because of this unforeseen weather. I had to restrict myself. So since yesterday, that is 2nd June, all my courier have started getting dispatched. Study material is in this format. Grade 2 and grade 3 kids have got basically grade 2 kids have got global mental math papers also in one spiral book, and grade 3, those who have enrolled with me since grade 2, those students I am covering up with global mental math also. But the students who have joined in fresh from grade 3 itself won't be covered up with global mental math, because they are getting introduced with me through online. So I don't want to unnecessarily rush with those students. There those students will be only exposed to IPM. Now coming back to global mental math spiral book, have got all global mental math papers only. It has been photocopied from grade 2 global mental math book. that is not my work. I have straight away photocopied it from Global Mental Math book. Okay, so it holds 20 Global Mental Math papers. In case of IPM spiral book in case of grade 2 and grade 3 is being divided into 3 sections. Section 1 as well as all other grades from grade 2 till grade 9th, till grade 8th, it has got section 1, section 2 and section 3. Grade 2 and grade 3 has got section 1, section 2 and section 3, where section 1 consists of all these solved examples of IPM textbook. So basically in IPM textbook there are solved examples which I explain kids in class. Okay, those examples are being taught to kids in class, but as those are solved examples, kids can see the answers also in the textbook. So that's why what I have done is those solved examples are being self-written by me, questions are being self-written by me, examples will be taught in class, and post that kids have to solve those examples during class hours. Okay, so format goes like this, that before introducing any concept, all my old parents are aware of this, but this is for the benefit of my new parents. Before introducing any conceptual worksheets are being given to kids. We work on those conceptual worksheets. Okay, after those worksheets, that concept video is also being uploaded on my channel, on my YouTube channel. Okay, so on my YouTube channel, that concept is being introduced in the manner I have taught that concept to kids, so they can very well relate to that concept on my channel. Post that we go to spiral book. Post that section 1 spiral book is being covered, where solved examples are being explained, and then those examples kids have to do in spiral workbook in the class. In the class, that section 1 is being solved. Post that we start with the main chapter of textbook. Entire chapter, whole chapter, all questions will be solved by kids in the class. Okay, they will be solved by, those will be solved by the kids in the class. So in the class, so basically that way we will be doing, entire chapter will be solved by the kids in the class, and post that only that homework will be given to kids. So whatever homework will be assigned to kid is being thoroughly done in the class. Nothing new will be coming as homework it will be completely being explained to kids in the class. For grade 2 and grade 3 kids, there is section 2 where there will be worksheets in the spiral book itself. From grade 4 till grade 8, I have not given section 2 from this year, because I will be giving the additional worksheets, concept wise worksheets, which will be emailed to kids. Okay, it will be emailed, no, it will be not emailed to kids, it will be PDF formats of those worksheets will be WhatsApped on the group. Okay, I will be scanning those worksheets and I will be sharing the PDF formats of those worksheets on the group. Now it's up to the parents. They can take the printouts of those worksheets, or what kids can do, kids can directly, you parents can email the worksheets to the kids, and kids can directly view the worksheets and solve the questions in their Fullscape book. Okay, and parents answer keys for these worksheets will be shared by me. You all have to, I will be coming back to this point. So this is the section 2 for grade 3, grade 2 and 3, which is part of spiral book, and section 2 for kids will be in terms of worksheets which will be WhatsApp in PDF format by me. Section 3 is all important points. All important points for all this textbook chapters is section 3. So all important points are being filtered over there and are being shared over there, so that it acts as a one point contact for kids. So after every chapter I will tell the kid to revise those things and come back to next class so that revision can happen in the class. So basically, there is no difference in the way offline classes were happening. In that same manner online classes will happen. Only difference is that over here some participation from parent is expected, which I will come back in my later part of the video. Now it is very important how kids take this online class. Okay, my online class will happen on Zoom. So whatever is the slot allotted to the kids, it's very much important that before 5 minutes kids enter the class. Meeting ID and password will be shared with the parents on first day of the class, and that meeting ID password will be considered as the same meeting ID password throughout. That will be the permanent meeting ID password for all the classes. So it is very much expected that my kids, all the students, join in before 5 minutes of the class. Okay, now it's very much important that video of kid is always on. Please ensure parents that video of kid is never off. It should be always on. Okay, so kid has to also go through this video along with you, or you can give them this footnotes that video of their class should be always on, and this will be this, no doubt this will be covered up with me also in the first half of the class on first day. Okay, secondly, it's very much important that kids take the class on headphones or earphones. Ensure that kids do not take class without headphones or earphones. So make sure that kids have their headphones or earphones. So if they don't have that, please place the order for that, or you can Alpha has you can figure out how y'all find out the way, but headphones or earphones are mandatory for the class. Thirdly, make sure that when kids are taking the class, they are they do not take the class where TV is on. Make sure that there is no noise in the background. Make sure that there is no TV is on, and if at all I can understand that if there is a space constraint, I can understand that there can be noise in the background, but that's why it is very much important that kids take class on headphones or earphones. Okay, TV is not at all allowed, parents. I mean, we have to understand this, that either kid can sit in another room when class is on, and if there is a space constraint, child is taking class in hall where TV is there, ensure that TV is not on. You have to make sure this thing, that TV is not at all allowed in my class. Secondly, younger sibling is not allowed to distract my child. So those things I will ensure that that hindrance doesn't happen in the class. My kids will be trained in such a manner that they will not get distracted by these hindrances, by these disturbances. And if at all your younger kids are disturbing your elder kids, get it to my notice. If your elder kids are disturbing your younger kids, bring it to my notice. I will ensure that both the kids act with discipline. Okay. Thirdly, let me refer, because I don't want to miss out on any points. Okay, now let me come back to the homework thing. It is very much important for you parents to staple the answer keys, which will be there in the textbook. It can be stapled by you also, or you all can tear it off properly and remove the answer keys also, whatever suits you. But I'll suggest that tear it off rather than stapling, because kids mishandle this stapled answer keys, and now I'm not there to monitor that. So I will suggest that tear it off in such a manner that other sheets doesn't get loosened. So answer keys should be removed by y'all from the textbook. So whenever homework will be given, there will be a revision of the chapter which will be done in the class. So kids have to reappear that entire chapter in their fullscape book or OMR sheet. Those guidance will be given to you all. So when they are reappearing that chapter, ensure that they reappear it on their own. No support needs to be given because entire thing is being explained to them in the class. Answer keys needs to be that's why answer keys needs to be removed, so that by without kids do not get that urge to go through the answer keys. This way homework will be given. Secondly, conceptual worksheets will be shared in PDF format on the group. Okay, so conceptual worksheets, answer keys will be also shared by me on the group. Answer keys in the PDF format will be shared by me on the group. So ensure that again kids do not have access to this answer keys. Ensure that they go through the work, they appear the worksheets, and you check those worksheets. Okay, check those worksheets, and in case of homework, concept homework also, or in case of chapter homework also, check. Whatever goes wrong, tell them to redo it, then again check, and whatever goes wrong, do not help. Make a footnote on the bottom of the sheet that this question number has gone wrong, or this concept question number has gone wrong. Make a footnote on the end of every page. So what I will do, and post second attempt, you all have to see. Parents, remember one thing, some work has gone higher. Okay, something has gone higher, but we all have become technology savvy through this era, and this is the era. We have to learn to make best utilization of the technology. Okay, so it is very much important that you parents have to take the image of the homework, or elder kids can themselves take the image of the homework post second attempt. I don't want you parents to share the image with me before second attempt. Post second attempt and post footnotes only, and only then only share the images with me. Okay parents, then only share the images with me on email. I will be sharing my email ID. Share the image with me on email. Homework sharing images are not allowed to be shared on WhatsApp. They have to be shared on email. Okay, with the footnotes. Again repeating this, with the footnotes, so that when they come for next class, we will be working on all their queries. Then yeah, so that is it, what I wanted to cover up from the class point of view. Trust me parents, there won't be any difference. The way we were doing the offline class, in the same manner online class will happen. Only difference over here is again April you all were trained to do the checking of the work, so that in that same manner we have to do the checking this year, or this time also. Answer keys will be shared with you all, but over here no explanation from y'all should happen. Over here difference is that explanation will also happen by me in the next online class. Okay, so basically parents, we just need to have full trust in Almighty, and I am sure we will definitely come out of this testing time as early as possible. But till that time, let us try our level best to get best out of this online classes, and I am sure this will turn out as blessing in disguise, because traveling time will go away. As traveling time will go away, productivity will come out in the best manner from all the kids. So let me conclude my session. Till that time, stay home, stay safe, and stay connected with online. Bye, see you, have a wonderful day, and have wonderful year ahead. Bye.